EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Boston Championship. Always nice to be in New England at this time of year at the TPC Boston in Massachusetts. We're about 25 miles south of Beantown, and this is a really good-looking golf course, Frank.
It is. It looks much older than what it is. It was first established just at the start of the new millennium, originally designed by Arnold Palmer. But it got that older look from Gil Hanse and Brad Faxon. But also, too, you know, if you're racking up a few points out there, or score, should I say, remember Gillette Stadium, home of the Patriots, just down the road.
Set to go. Frank, what's ahead on this first hole?
It's not overly long, Rich. There's no real need to hit a driver off that first tee. It's more about the second shot. Big gaping bunker, just short and left of this green. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today.
A great start.
Nice to see a par 5 this early in the round. Gettable, Frank?
Yeah, good tee shot. Certainly a good chance here for going for this for two. But if you stray with that tee shot, be careful on the layup. It gets really narrow up by the green. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, at this, the highest level of the game, the margins are so razor thin between winning and losing. It becomes about not wasting shots, and I think that's why players really enjoy stroke play.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Rich. That's why the best players, they want every shot to count. And the best format of golf that requires that is stroke play. In match play, you can get away with a big number. In stroke play, they want it to be a body of work. Every single shot adding to the score.
Steady all day long. That one about 20 feet away. He'll settle. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Kind of a tricky read. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Has it for another birdie. 2 holes, 2 birdies. Now to the third hole. It's a par 3. What are we looking at, Frank?
Well, really, just keep your eyes away from that bunker on the right. That sort of snags many a golf ball. Second shot. If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. Here now with the par 4 fourth, and at just 298 yards. That's right, under 300 yards, and a par 4. You thinking about driving the green?
Only the faint of heart won't go for this green.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Chance to get it close here. This has really been impressive. High level of golf today, putting on a clinic out there. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You've hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green. Wouldn't call it a great approach shot, but it still ends up in the fringe.
Yeah, a little bit of magic from here. Yeah, the hole's not over.
Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, it still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Back on the tee here at the 5th, Frank, this one is not drivable.
Oh, that's for sure. Two bunkers. The one that most of the players really worry about is the one down the left side. 300 yards to carry that.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Sixth hole here at TPC Boston, always a fan favorite. What do people like about it, Frank?
Well, it's like a goal kicker hole. There's these two big pine trees, and especially when you turn off that back tee. Hit it through that chute, avoid the two bunkers on the right, you're in prime position.
He has put himself in an excellent position with a beautiful tee shot, and now a good look at the green.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Terrific golf shot, and now that for an easy birdie. So a tester from 4 feet. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. This is a pretty sizable par 5 here, Frank, the 7th.
But it's reachable. There's some mounds down there. If you keep it down the right side, hopefully that tee shot can kick it a little forward. And then that green, angled at about 45 degrees, very reachable.
This sets up well for a chance at the green here at the 7th hole. Good lie in the fairway, a good chance to make something happen here. Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen. Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. On to the 8th hole, Frank. Nice par 3.
Yeah, this is where the accurate iron player will definitely get an advantage over the field.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle. Just dwindling the holes down. Pars are fine right now.
Frank, I don't know about you, but I love a good hot dog and a soda at the turn. Of course, it tastes a lot better after you've made par. How difficult is that proposition here at the 9th?
Well, if you stray with your tee shot here, you'll be making hamburgers, that's for sure.
That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, golf so often is a game of avoiding something. What do you want to stay away from here at the 9th?
You have to avoid that little pot bunker just short of this green. If the pin's at the back, it's fine. You can fly the ball into the middle of the green. But if the pin's on the front, just make sure you carry that little bunker.
So he didn't hit the green in regulation, but he still has a reasonably good chance to save his par, about 10 feet away. Never a bad score on the card. That's par. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second nine.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going? Ah, nice.
Looks good. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him. When you consider the length of that putt, it was a good putt.
Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Well, that was a tricky one, but it's in.
Frank, like all TPC golf courses, TPC Boston has the fan in mind. So you see those mounds throughout the golf course that gives people a chance to just sit, relax, and watch some golf. And there's a nice shady spot on the hill behind the 11th.
Yeah, that's just before the 12th tee, and you really do get a look at the tee shots coming in 11, as well as the little undulations and contours on that massive green.
Par yesterday, now for birdie. That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. And getting ready for the putt. Yeah, that really hurts, Frank. Missing the bogey putt.
Yeah, now time to get the handkerchief. Double bogey coming up.
That will be a 3 over on the scorecard for this hole. Time to pick up and move on. 12th hole now, looking at 461 yards on this par 4.
It doesn't look like there's much trouble off the tee, and that's because the trouble's with the second shot, that hazard to the right of this green.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Second shot from 200. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. Great shot. Get the birdie. Back-to-back par 4s here at TPC Boston, set to tee off, Frank, at the 13th.
Nice big tee shot here. Once again, suits the long hitters. There's a little bit of a quarry that you've got to carry across.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Second shot, good look at the green.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flat.
Oh, dude, that in the hole. Tremendous shot. On the tee now at another par 4, the 13th. Frank, how do you play it?
Well, it looks like it's a dogleg right, but ideally you want to keep that tee shot down the left, and you don't want to leave any of it behind.
Always so nice, Frank, when that gleaming white golf ball is sitting up on those emerald fairways, the way this one is.
The game almost appears easy when one is playing their second shot from the middle of the fairway, and you quickly forget how difficult it can be. You look left or right, the game becomes much harder.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, my goodness. How did he miss that? Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
All right, Frank, we're teed up at the 15th, and a lot to talk about with your caddy on this tee shot.
Yeah, which club, which line, series of bunkers down the left. That one short right doesn't really come into play. Another one, really, fairway first.
Right where they were aiming, in the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Well, this is a player's nightmare, still in the bunker.
He's starting to fill up his shoes with sand.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort. Shouldn't be a problem here. That hole certainly got the best of him. Triple bogey. Moving on to 16 now. This is one where you sort of lick your chops, Frank, because it's pretty short, 161 yards. Where's the challenge here?
Where the fish go. That big lake on the left, that's the challenge.
See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Birdie try again here today. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Good putt. All right, you want to bring it home in style. You want to finish with a flourish. 412-yard, par 4 17th. What's the way to play it?
Just head it down the right side. You don't really want to mess with that sort of rock crop bunkers down the left side. All sorts of bad things happen if you finish there. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Locked in on the read and the speed. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston, for whatever reason, generates quite a bit of buzz, doesn't it?
It does. The longer hitters, obviously, they lick their chops. They're having a chance to make this green in two. But if you find one of the fairway bunkers, the addition of that pot bunker for the layup, that just it makes that decision that much more difficult.
Second from an excellent lie. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Frank had hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
So this is the third shot to the par 5 on the green in regulation.
How did that not go in?
Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Boston Championship. Well, Frank, just a great day to be in New England. You can see the leaves are changing colors. Autumn in this part of the country is really nice. And let's go down to the first. Warm-ups are done, first 2 rounds in the book, and Frank, this is where careers are made, on the weekends at these kinds of championships.
This is also what you hope for, too, in professional golf. You know you've got your good stuff. We've seen that through the first 2 days. Put yourself in a great position. Just 36 holes to go. You're looking at that first hole and what the weekend might unfold. That's the beauty of this game.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Settles in over the putt.
Great start.
Frank, the best in the game, they like to see a par 5 early. What's the second hole all about?
A couple of bunkers down the right side. This hole was renovated back in 2010. They sort of changed the mounding on the green, took a bunker away on the left, and now that second shot is daunting, even for the best players.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Playing his third here at the par 5. Oh, what an incredible shot. Here at the par 5 second hole, just over 540 yards, Frank.
Yeah, keep it to the left of those bunkers. You can play it as a 3-shotter if you're not too ambitious. But, well, why not sort of dangle a little hook out there and have a go at it for 2?
Headed for the bunker? Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3. Safely on the dance floor.
In for par. Frank, at 298 yards, the fourth is reachable for just about every professional. What might scare them off?
Well, that bunker on the left, that's really actually a chance to showcase your skills. And that's where you realize how much better professional golfers are. A good bunker play, especially on a hole like 4, and then you will get well rewarded.
This is a great place for a fan to watch, isn't it?
It is. You see so many different short shots around this green. The bunker shots from the left side, if you hit it over the back on the right, the little bump and run through the little valley in the green. Fun hole to watch.
Perfectly placed tee shot will set up an eagle opportunity, but then you see quite a few bogeys made here as well.
Yeah, if you stray a little bit, leave the ball too far short, then you have to play that pitch across the bunker. That's no fun.
Now on to the fifth, and Frank, a pretty challenging par 4.
Yeah, gentle dogleg to the left. There's a short bunker on the right. That's not really in play. You can just see that one on the left. Ideally, just want to hit something around 330 yards to this very difficult green.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Good-looking shot right here. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. This is one of the most challenging holes on the golf course, Frank. 465-yard par 4/6.
Yeah, just hit your tee shot in between those two trees. You don't have to be too aggressive. You really do have to hit this ball in the fairway because that green is tucked very close to the water.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
This is position A, right in the fairway. 180 yards to go. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie.
This is an awkward length.
Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful roll. Seventh hole, Frank, is a muscular par 5, 600 yards. What's the way to play it?
Just tee it up and hit it as hard as you can. Get this one on the fairway here, then you've got no problem carrying that huge cross bunker with your second shot.
Nothing wrong with that one. How about 300 yards and in the fairway? Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Thinking man's game, golf.
It certainly is.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Has his par. Hole number 8 now, 213 yards in length, a par 3. And Frank, what can we expect?
Really narrow at the front of this green. A lot of mounding. Ball normally kicks towards the left. One place you don't want to go, though, is that left bunker. The bunker shot's all downhill from there.
Nothing wrong with that one. Only about 15 feet away and a chance for birdie. This will be a 14-foot putt here.
Well, it was a tricky one, but it's in.
Frank, I love a hot dog and a soda at the turn. How hard is it to take a giant bite out of this 9th hole? Looks tough.
It is. Everything sort of bends where those two bunkers are, and that was sort of 350 yards to get past that. And there's an annoying little bunker that's about 30 yards short of this green. So you have to be precise with both the first and the second shot.
This is the second shot at the par 4. Oh, this could be good. That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. Not a gimme, but well within his range. He's made it. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
.315.
Well, it's going to take a good one here, considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Now to the 11th hole here at TPC Boston, 231-yard par 3.
Have you got the shot? Are you good enough?
This is a good-looking shot. Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot. Now we'll have this for birdie. Getting set now over the putt. Can't make it, Frank, if you don't hit it.
Hubert Green once said, 99% of putts left short don't go in. I don't know what happened to the other 1%, but
nothing wrong with that par putt. Now at the 461-yard par 4 12th, how do you play it, Frank?
well, hit 2 of your best here. Somehow find the fairway, and then you take anything on the green here. You see a lot of 6s here over the years.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. This is like cyber vision. Shot after shot, right at the flag.
Just dialed in. This is a 9-footer. Good putt. And another par 4 here at the 13th TPC Boston.
This is a slugger's paradise. Plays much longer than its 450 yards uphill. Big carry with the tee shot. That second shot's not exactly short either.
Good strike, good lie. Good chance to attack the pin. Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Okay, no problem with that one. Frank, the 14th, this is a dogleg left, 495 yards. Another case where the driver will set everything up.
But you have to avoid those mounds on the left. They'll just snag your ball.
That's in the fairway. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5. His second shot.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
That was a little over-ambitious.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it was a poor decision. But well, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
And he's putting for bogey now.
In the big scheme of things, that bogey won't even count.
Settled over the ball here at the 15th, 421 yards on this par 4.
Uphill, you can see everything that you have to avoid. Find the green grass in between.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, this really is a remarkable turn of events considering that earlier we had pretty much written them off.
Well, we had, and for good reason, too. He was not playing well. It looked like the round was going to continue to go in that direction. But somehow, and believe me, I don't know how, he's just completely turned this round around.
Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Shouldn't be a problem here. Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. Frank, fishing is a nice sport, just not at this hole.
Yeah, a little left here, you'll be more than fishing, that's for sure. Now, there's a little mound on the right side. It's about twice the size of a coffee table. When the flag's there, you need your best.
You can't ask for much more than that. About 5 feet away. Beautifully done.
Second shot.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Just 2 holes left to play here at TPC Boston. Frank, we're on to the 17th, and what can you tell me about this 412-yard par 4?
It looks like a dogleg left, but you don't play it that way. Hit it straight down towards that bunker on the right side. Then the second shot's downhill.
Coming down the home stretch here at the 17th, set up well for a chance to go after this flagstick. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Just 5 feet left. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston has generated a lot of buzz through the years, hasn't it?
It has, and those changes have just made this finishing hole so much better. The fact that they've narrowed up the front of the green, they've made that left side more severe. Now you can't bail out on the left. If you do, it's an awful little pitch or even a putt up the hill.
The addition of that hot bunker, Frank, how has that changed the hole?
Well, if you stray off the tee or find one of those bunkers with your tee shot, you really have to be aware of exactly the distance that little pot bunker is away. Because if you just sort of whack it out of the bunker and lay it up there, you find the next bunker, then you're in trouble.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Well, he's done it. That's an eagle right there. Tremendous effort. Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Boston Championship. We're here at TPC Boston in Massachusetts. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all of the action. And Frank, how does this course set up for the golfers out here today?
Well, Gil Hands and Brad Faxon, they did a lot of changes a few years back to sort of open up some of the driving areas. Consequently, you see there's a little bit more of a reward for the longer hitters. Fairways aren't really as tight as what you see on some other golf courses. Long and straight certainly gives you a big advantage at TPC Boston.
This is host of the Deutsche Bank Championship. That's a tournament that is part of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green.
Should be safely on deck.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today.
Great start.
Nice to see a par 5 this early in the round. Gettable, Frank?
Yeah, good tee shot. Certainly a good chance here for going for this for 2. But if you stray with that tee shot, be careful on the layup. It gets really narrow up by the green.
Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Rich, there's nothing worse than this. This might look all right, but in the mulch, this is a disastrous situation.
So this is not mulch or do about nothing?
Ah, I get it. Oh, this is way offline.
He knew it right from the start. Not very good at all right there.
No, I think it's time to sell the clubs, buy a tennis racket.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
That one was running so hot. It's in the hole. Just a sensational shot right there. Now to the third hole. It's a par 3. What are we looking at, Frank?
Well, really, just keep your eyes away from that bunker on the right. That sort of snags many a golf ball. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
How about that shot right there from that lie in the rough? To knock it that close, that's good. Wow, I thought he made that. Not used to seeing that. Going to drop a shot at the third. Trying to get out of here without too many bumps and bruises. This one is for bogey. Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Here now with a par 4 fourth, and at just 298 yards. That's right, under 300 yards, end of par 4. You thinking about driving the green?
Only the faint of heart won't go for this green.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. All right, Frank, now at the fourth hole, this is a chance to flex the muscles. It's a drivable 4.
It is. Well worth the go, but just be careful. If you flare one a little right, just right of those 3 bunkers, there's a little bit of a hazard.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Good effort and a good par putt. This is one of the most challenging holes on the golf course, Frank. 465-yard par 4 sixth.
Yeah, just hit your tee shot in between those two trees. You don't have to be too aggressive. You really do have to hit this ball in the fairway because that green is tucked very close to the water.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Settles in over the putt. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, now a big par 5, the 7th hole.
Yeah, there's an interesting feature on this par 5. About 100 yards short of the green is that huge cross bunker. So a good tee shot, that shouldn't be a problem. Stray a little, and then your mind is definitely on that.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one.
Second shot.
So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
No, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
This is for his birdie. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
These putts keep the round together. Well done. On to the 8th hole, Frank. Nice par 3.
Yeah, this is where the accurate iron player will definitely get an advantage over the field.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Well, that's how you play the game. Right there. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Frank, I love a hot dog and a soda at the turn. How hard is it to take a giant bite out of this 9th hole? Looks tough.
It is. Everything sort of bends where those two bunkers are, and they're sort of 350 yards to get past that. And there's an annoying little bunker that's about 30 yards short of this green. So you have to be precise with both the first and the second shot.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Trying to make yet another birdie. Wow, what a birdie. Rich Slaughter alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We're back in New England at the TPC Boston on a gorgeous fall afternoon. Frank, want to make the turn with a little momentum? What's the 10th setup like?
Well, a lot of the pros just hit 3-wood down here. It's not overly long. It's fairway first. And then, of course, just a short iron to this green that shapes away from you.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back 9. Second shot, good look at the green. Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Has this one for par. Nothing wrong with that par putt. Frank, given all of the trouble that you can get into here at this par 3 11th, you'd have to say that a player's going to be happy walking off with 3.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest greens on the golf course, Rich, and too often people try and go a little flag hunting. If the flag's on the right side, you don't want to pay the price by finishing up. It's at sneaky distance.
Oh, that hurts. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the course.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
12th hole now, looking at 461 yards on this par 4.
It doesn't look like there's much trouble off the tee, and that's because the trouble's with the second shot. That has it to the right of the screen.
Wow, Frank, look at that one. How it just blistered that tee shot.
That has to be 325 if it's an inch.
This won't hurt him, Frank.
Just a little left of the flag. That's fine.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but the short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Frank, par 4 13. Just swing away with that big stick with the driver?
Big advantage if you've got another 10 or 15 yards left in the bag here. If you can carry that left side, you certainly shorten this hole up.
That was just a beautiful drive. And hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Back here at the par 4 14th, ready to tee off. This is a big dog leg to the left. 495-yard hole, Frank.
Yeah, don't try and hug that left side too much. There's a bunch of little mounds, and the chances of getting a good lie there, next to none.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway.
Safely on deck.
Well, that one didn't work out. It didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Playing his third. Wow, what a shot.
What are the chances of making it from there?
Frank, the 14th, a shortish 495-yard hole.
Only because it's downhill. If you can get that ball running down the fairway, then it certainly sets up a good second shot into this stout par 4.
Just an ideal lie, Frank. What can he do from here?
Well, if he takes advantage of the tee shot now and goes at this flag, then he'll certainly gain on the field.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, here at the 16th, you really see this sort of New England character, don't you?
Yeah, that stone wall now protects that sort of two-tiered green. And it sort of showcases the golf course. It just fits in beautifully with what Hans and Faxon have done to the golf course.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday. Trying for another one today. In the hole. And a birdie. Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing the lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into two sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
And it makes the green in regulation. Settles in over the putt. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
On to the 18th and a big par 5 to finish out the round.
Yeah, fun way. Let's see, course record 61. What can you do here?
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget, to win the Boston Championship. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. What a great tournament finish. This one is in the books, and look who finished on top of the leaderboard.
Rich, this has to go down as a classic. Our champion was simply on fire. And I'm looking forward now to see how next week pans out.
Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Welcome to the home of the Wells Fargo Championship, where the likes of Rory McIlroy, Ricky Fowler, and long-hitting J.B. Holmes have all won. It was first opened for play in 1961. It has really grown through the years, and it is now played by the best in the world. Rich Loader alongside Frank Novelo for EA Sports. Let's jump down to the golf course. Opening tee shot here at the Wells Fargo Championship. It's a par 4, narrow landing area.
Yes, you'd like to bank on a good tee shot here. Get it banked for Wells Fargo. That's really the plan here, Rich. 3-wood, don't have to hit driver, and, well, you might even be able to deposit a birdie come the end of the hole.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. It looked doomed for that.
Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Frank, a nice mix of opening holes here at Quail Hollow in the Wells Fargo Championship. Pretty short par 3 here at the second.
180-yard shot. Will play more like 175 for the half a club downhill. There's much more green on that right side. If you're not too sure what club to hit, then you should stay away from that left side.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Just 5 feet left. Still playing even for the day after the par. Moving on to the third hole now. It's a par 4, 452 yards.
Big sweeping dogleg left, and the fairway actually goes in the opposite direction of the dogleg. Must hit a good tee shot for 2 reasons. One, to find the fairway, and also the length of this hole, over 450 yards.
Has hit a good drive here at the third. Down there a good ways and in the fairway.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. Locked in on the read and the speed. Good birdie, now at 1 under for the tournament. Action is underway, and we'll take you out to hole number 4. Early in the round, and playing reasonably well. Nothing great, but has certainly not given a whole lot away.
Yeah, and actually a good position to really springboard the round from here.
Second shot now at the 4th. Bunkers guarding the front corners of this green. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Oh, man.